Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to teach you how to make this ombre and a regular one colour rhinestone filled tumbler. So if you would like to learn how to make one of these for yourself, then please keep watching. So you're going to need a double walled tumbler, either glass or acrylic, and something to make a funnel. I like to use this makeshift funnel with painter's tape. It depends where you get it from, but most double wall tumblers do come pre-drilled. So for the first tumbler, this is the single colour tumbler. I'm going to use these hot pink AB transparent 3mm rhinestones. You will also need some tumble dryer sheets. These are anti-static, so they will help to reduce the static charge in the rhinestones. This part is key, and you will see me do this over and over again in this video. If you do not sufficiently remove the static charge in your rhinestones, then when they fall into the hole inside your double-walled tumbler, they will cling to the walls and they will not fall down properly, and then you'll have a real problem getting them to move. So if you only take away one thing from this video, make it this. Rule number one, when you're making a rhinestone filled tumbler, you have to de-static your rhinestones before you put them inside the tumbler. To do this, all you need to do is pour a small amount of your rhinestones on top of your tumble dryer sheets like you've just seen me do here, and literally just rub gently over the top of the rhinestones, and this will help to take out that static charge. Once you've done that for 20 to 30 seconds, you can pour your rhinestones into the tumbler, and then you can either handshake them in, or you can use a hand massage tool like I have here. Handshaking them in is okay, but if you have one of these tools, it will make it so much easier. So just keep going until all of the rhinestones have fallen inside the tumbler. This might take a few minutes, but just be patient with it. Swirl the tumbler back and forth just to help get them moving inside. And then once they've all fallen in like this, you just repeat the process all over again. So I'm going to let you sit back and watch the rest of this tutorial and keep your eyes peeled for the ombre tutorial later on in this video. After you've repeated this process a few times, your tumbler will look full, but I promise you, it's not. When you think you've added enough rhinestones, add some more. This last bit is quite tricky because it does feel like it goes against common sense to keep trying to cram them in there when it feels full, but I promise you, when you think there is no more room, there will be, and if you do not fill it all the way to the top, this part will be the make or break of your rhinestone tumbler. You need to get to a point where there is physically no possible way to get in any more rhinestones. And that's when you know you're done. These are the UV DTFs that I'm going to be using on these tumblers. So this is for the single colour and this one is for the ombre tumbler. So we'll come back to the single colour later, but for the ombre, I'm going to use grey and white. Well, they're actually clear, but they look clear white. So the process for this is much the same as the single colour, but there are a few technicalities that make it a bit different. In order to create the ombre look, you first want to start with the first colour that you're using on its own. So follow the same process, de-static the rhinestones and put them into the tumbler. And again, it's the same process, handshake them in or use a massage tool, and you want to repeat this process as many times as needed until you have as much of your first colour inside the tumbler as you would like. My preference is to have the first colour about 2 or 3 inches from the bottom. Okay, so moving on to the second step, you want to start building up that ombre gradient. So you follow the same process, but for this bit, we're going to do mostly the first colour and a teeny tiny bit of your second colour. And then continue exactly as you did with the previous rhinestones. Then for the second step, you're going to do the same thing again, but this time you're going to do a little bit more of the second colour, so it's almost 50-50. Once you've got that middle bit to a place you're happy with, it will look something like this. Then you can move on to the last colour. I'm not sure what happened to the footage of me de-staticking these rhinestones, but you get the process by now. You're on the home straight now. This is the last colour, so you just repeat the same process over and over again until you get to the end, just like the previous one, where you have to really cram in those last rhinestones right at the top. I know this looks really tedious, and believe me, it feels tedious, but it is so important not to skip this part. Then all you need to do is seal your tumblers. So I'm using the Resin Rockers Hard Coat UV resin. There are no stoppers or extra steps involved with this. You literally just drop a little bit of the UV resin straight into the tumbler hole. You do need to be quick to cure it just to prevent the resin from dripping any further inside the tumbler, but because this is fast curing, it will harden really quickly and act as a stopper in its own right. And because there's no liquid inside this tumbler, that is an adequate seal. So once the hole has been cured, you can then go and do the rest of the base just like normal. If you were going to add your logo or a sticker on the bottom of the tumbler, I would suggest doing this layer that I'm doing now and then curing it and then doing one final one. For this tumbler though, I just did this one layer and finished it there. And that is how you create an ombre rhinestone filled tumbler and a single colour rhinestone filled tumbler. So then all that's left to do is apply your decals or your UV DTFs. Make sure you watch to the end of this video to see the final result of both the single colour and the ombre rhinestone filled tumbler. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.